ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यां परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिव्यै शस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनः सन्तु जीवेतु शरदः शतम् सर्वे अत्र सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaskar and good morning to everyone here. I am Dr. Mukund Kulkarni from Solapur, Maharashtra State, India. Actually, I am a practicing engineer for last 50 years, but because of the love and affection of Ayurveda and Indian knowledge system, at the age of 70, I joined MIT ADT University School of Vedic Sciences and completed my master's and then PhD in Vedic Sciences. I'm thankful to you for giving me an opportunity to speak to this learned crowd and a very great seminar, that is Ayurveda and the Mind. My topic for discussion here is, can Ayurveda help to anticipate and prevent manoroga, that is mental disorders? Let me introduce the initial topic for your presentation actually. We all know that the mankind and the entire world is engrossed with the severe problem of mental stress. Mental disorders are the result of mental stress, and the stress is a natural feeling because a person, if becomes unable to cope up with the demands of the situation, he becomes restless, frustrated, get caught with emotions, anger, etc., and finally and ultimately, if cultivated, lead to the mental disorders. The question for everyone in this world is, can we predict or can we anticipate the possibility of the mental disorders? If we can predict and anticipate, then we will definitely able to prevent a person becoming a prey for the mental disorders. Initially, I would like to just brief with some basic concepts which all here know very well. I just wanted to introduce about the constitution of Purusha, then I would like to discuss about the Sharir Prakriti and Manas Prakriti. As we know, the Sharir Prakriti is the combination of Tridosha, that is Kapha, Vata, and Pitta, which is set at the time of conception of a person, and they remain constant throughout the life of that person. Sharir Prakriti doesn't change. As regards the Manas Prakriti, it depends upon the Triguna, which are the Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. These qualities of the Manas, they change as per the behavior and the sanskara of the person. Trigunas can always be changed because of change in habits, behavior, sanskars, etc. The Sattva Guna is basically at the time of birth. Every person is Sattvic, but Rajoguna and Tamas Guna, they get developed when as we grow. Then I would like to talk about the state of mind that is Chitta Bhumi. This again, everybody knows about it. The Chitta Bhumis are Kshipta, Vikshipta, Moodha, Ekagra, and Nirukta. Then the waves of Chitta are Chitta Vritti, and as we know that Pramana, Vikalpa, Viparyaya, Nidra, and Smrti are the 5 types of the Chitta Vritti. I would like to touch a point here about the uh, Antakaran Chatushtaya. There are the 4 important ingredients which impact or influence the mind to behave in a particular fashion. That is, the first is the instrument, which are the Jnanendriyas, then the organ, that is the center in the brain, then buddhi of the person, which is the determination factor, and the last is ahankara or egoism. The influence of all these 4 factors, that is antakaran chatushtaya, which is called in manas prakriti, the manas prakriti is molded. Either a person becomes sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. As we know, the sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic again is a combination in each person, and depending upon the domination of either of the gunas, the person is called as sattvic or rajasic or tamasic. Then we go to the study of influence of manas prakriti, that is the influence of triguna, that is the molded manas prakriti. Sattvic is a person with strong sattvic mind and exhibits qualities like calmness, wisdom, compassion, etc. The second is Rajasic. It is characterized by energy, ambition, drive for achievement, holding everything and controlling everything. But it is potentially has drawback of restlessness, competition, and aggression. Third variety is the tamasic, which is tamasic mind is prone for lethargy or inertia and apathy. The potentially it leads to the negative personality traits like negativity, then pessimism, and lack of motivation. They are lazy. They are not fond of cleanliness or achieving certain things. The concept of triguna, that the personality traits which have been discussed in Ayurveda, let me concentrate on those types of person. Sattvic person is helpful, then it seeks knowledge, it is clean personality, he is always religious, straightforward, simple, and exhibits helping characters. He is calm and quiet, he is serious about the thing, and always in the quest of knowledge. As compared to that, Rajasic, as we know, he is a dynamic person, he has got lot of ambition, he is active, then he has got lot of ego and self-centered personality, then he is reacting to the things very fast, then he wants to achieve everything and own everything, then he has got jealousy mind, he is selfish, and the behavior sometimes we feel is very harsh and brutal. As regards the tamoguna, we see that these people are unclean, lazy, negative mentality, they are lethargic, they are uh, they do not believe in God, they do not want to respect elders or uh, vidwan. They do not want to respect the teachers, elders, gurus, rishis, and all those people. Then uh, they are always worried. They are not cheerful. Their uh, lifestyle or working style is not normal. They do not work as per the standard Rutucharya and Dinacharya which has been stated in Ayurveda. Then we go for the classification of personality traits. The Shuddha Sattva people, they are like gods, Gandharvas, and rishis like Brahmakaya, Mahendrakaya, Varuna Kaya, Kubera Kaya, Gandharva Kaya, Yama Kaya, and Rishi Kaya. Rajasic people are dynamic, as we have already said. They are representing the traits of Asura, Rakshasa, Pishacha, then Preta, and Sarpakaya. Tamasic people, they are divided into three varieties. One is the Pashukaya, Matsyakaya, and Vanaspatakaya. It is very interesting to note here that there is no mental disorder for Shuddha Sattva. Because the Sattva is Shuddha, Antakaran is Shuddha, there is no possibility of getting deterioration, because of which there is no possibility for any mental disorder for the persons with Sattva Guna. Here, one thing I would like to state once again that the mental disorders are personality traits. They are not the mental disorders because they represent the thoughts, feelings, and behavior as of that particular type or pattern. They are not the mental disorders. Then we go to analyze the Manas Prakriti. The personality traits indicate the inclination towards certain type of natural behavior. They are the types of pravritti or prakriti of the manas. When the traits are normal, manas prakriti is not the mental disorder because we need those gunas and the combination of those gunas. A person must have a slight percentage of Rajoguna and Satoguna with him. Because with Rajoguna, we compete the world. Because of Rajoguna, we try to achieve certain things or get our goal or objective successfully done. And because of Tamasic Guna, as we say, we can comfortably sleep at the time of night. Satvaguna in all orderly behavior, overall personality is for avoiding any type of mental disorder. The people with Rajoguna and Tamoguna have got some good qualities which are really required, but they are associated with certain bad qualities. The Rajoguna people and Tamoguna people in normal lifestyle, they are always good, but the bad qualities of the psyche of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, if they go to the extremity, go up to the extremity, then the Prakriti becomes Vikruti and turn out to be a mental disorder. Satvaguna is Shuddha, as I have already told, but Rajoguna and Tamoguna, at their extreme of bad qualities, then they turn out to be doshas. Now let us discuss about the Manoroga and Manovikara. Manoroga is a general mental disorder. It is influenced by manas and manobhavas, that is the mental state, the state of a person, that is very important, which affect the personality trait. The manobhavas, they affect the personality traits. If the manobhavas tend to the Shuddha side, then the person becomes sattvic. If the manobhavas turns towards the tamasic or rajasic, then the personality trait get changed. Manovakara is a broad term. It encompasses the broader range of mental imbalances and disturbances. The conversation of Manoroga and the conversion of Manoroga from Manoroga to Manovikara is always a gradual and time taking. It depends upon the factors of transgression, time, and excessive mental activity. The mental activity a person uh, is engaged with, depending upon the rate of transfer of Manoroga to Manovikara depends. Secondly, if the Manoroga is not treated or not taken care of, then slowly it escalates to the severe Manovikara. Manoroga is unbalanced Manobhavas. If the Manobhavas are like a pendulum, it goes from this end to that end. If the lust, anger, or shadrupus, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, etc., if they get to go to the extremity levels, then the negative personality traits get generated and these monobhavas get slowly turn out to be manovikara. Charak Samhita has classified mental disorders. This has been exclusively stated by Acharya Charaka in Nidana Sthana. Basically, they are of three types. One is Unmada, which is a wide scope of mental illness, and they are it covers almost all the types of mental disorders. Apasmara, apa is a loss, and smara is recollection or consciousness. Apasmara is again a typical type of uh, mental disorder. The third is Manasa Prakriti. As again and again I have told, Manas Prakriti is not a mental disorder, but it indicates the personality traits. They are having good and bad virtues. Bad qualities of psyche vitiate and go to the extremity, then Prakriti becomes Vikruti, and the uh, normal traits of Manas Prakriti goes to the mental disorder. As Acharya Charaka has described in Charak Samhita at Nidana there are 5 types of Udvadas which are caused because of the vitiation of Tridosha. The Vatika type Unmada, Pittika type Unmada, Kapha type Unmada, and then it is Sannipata, which is the combination or vitiation of all the 3 doshas together. And the last one is exogenous Unmada, which is caused because of external factors. Here is very important and interesting topic discussed in Charak Samhita Nidana Sthana, Adhyay 7, Shlok number 4. Here, Acharya Charaka identifies a person or personality. See, the difference between the normal allopathic treatments and Ayurveda, which looks at it, the other pathies, they treat the symptoms, but the Ayurveda fundamentally concentrates on the basic things. Here, the personality or the person is considered as important rather than the symptoms. Acharya Charaka has identified the persons or personalities which are prone for getting affected because of Unmada. Acharya Charaka says the person who are fearful, bhirunam, the person which are fearful, confused, complicated, such persons, such personalities. Secondly, those who do not observe the social rules and norms, like uh, tamas prakriti people, and those who are erratic in lifestyle. They are not following the proper dieting rules, proper dinacharya, that is sleeping time, getting up time, and uh, cleanliness. Routine, daily routine, which is prescribed in Ayurveda, is not followed, and the dietary habits which are recommended are not followed. Such people are prone for mental disorders. This is what has been identified by Acharya Charaka and exclusively noted at Shlok number 4 in Nidanasthana. Secondly, Acharya Charaka has identified the circumstances in which such prone people are possibility of getting affected by mental disorders. He says the person which are habituated with unhealthy lifestyle. Now this lifestyle covers everything. That is dinacharya, ritucharya, eating habits, behaving pattern, everything. Secondly, especially when the body is extremely weak or worn out because of any reason, either because of some vyadhi or because of illness or prolonged illness, if the body is weak, then there are chances of the circumstances when the body is weak, the probability of getting caught with Unmada is possible or increased. A person who is yelling from various diseases, again the same, then the mind is repeatedly affected by Shadripu. Shadripu are the enemies of any person in the world. The extremity of all these Shadripus, that is Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, all these things, they are, if they are caught by the thinking pattern of a person, then the person will definitely tend to get caught with or becoming a prey of mental disorder. If the person is subjected to lot of mental trauma or physical assault, then also it is quite likelihood that he may get caught with the mental disorders. Now look here in Nidanasthana Charak Samhita, Acharya Charaka has identified the personality which is going to get prone for mental disorder, and he has also identified the circumstances in which he is prone to get affected because of mental disorder. Now, what is our duty? Our duty is this, that we should identify a person who has got the possibility of getting caught with mental disorders and avoid the circumstances for that person to get into, because of which he may not become the prey of mental disorder. Thus, let me discuss about the further things which Acharya Charaka has told in Shlok number 5. Acharya Charaka says, in such circumstances, such individuals often get affected with the subclinical mental disorders. Acharya Charaka has listed out the total list of the subclinical subclinical mental disorders. That is, for confirming the anticipation, he has listed out all those possibilities. I will enumerate those possibilities. These factors lead to Unmada, especially when the control of consciousness, wisdom, and regulatory system of mental activities are lost. The circumstances when the regulatory system, wisdom, and mental activities are lost, then the person becomes the prey of mental disorder. Acharya Charaka has listed out in Shlok number 6 in Nidanasthana Charak Samhita, the preliminary subclinical systems. Here he has given all those. I will not, because of the time constraint, I will not go into the details, but the subclinical system symptoms are available in Shlok number 6. We can always refer to that. Here is one more thing which Acharya Charaka has been described in uh, Sharira Sthana Adhyaya 4. He has compared the Manas Prakriti, excuse, Manas Prakriti and identified disorder. Like as I have told, Shuddha Tattva doesn't have any mental disorder, but Rajas, Rajasic people and Tamasic people, which are having 6 qualities for Rajas and 3 qualities for Tamas, total 9. So the 9 mental Manas Prakriti traits I have discussed onto the left side and again onto the right side, the possibility is there. Like Pret Kaya person can be antisocial. The Sarpkaya person he is a mixed behavior, brave when he is excited and coward when he is not excited. So it is a paranoid personality. Then Shakuna Kaya, he has got a fickle mind, so it is a borderline. Asura Kaya is a sadistic person because he is a depostic. Then Rakshas Kaya, he is a impressed a lot of anger, covered with lot of anger, and therefore narcissistic personality disorder. Then Pishach Kaya is Bhiru and coward, and therefore he is avoidant personality disorder. Then Pishach or Pashava Kaya, he is a seasonoid personality because it is Solomon habits. Matsyakaya is a very swift personality and very coward and fearful person. Therefore, he is always a dependent. And Vanaspati stays at one point lazy and lacking of mental faculties. So it is depressive type of personality. So there is always a relationship between the personality, that is the manas prakriti, and the possibility of mental disorder. Therefore, if we can identify a personality, then definitely we can control him from getting caught by a particular type of disorder. Now, this Unmada in Charak Samhita, they have already stated the antidotes. See, the Unmada involves manas, basically manas. If a person acts against the orders of manas or the things which are not favorable to the manas, then definitely he is going to get caught by Unmada. That is improper diet, lifestyle. They are also they are also responsible for causing Unmada. The second important thing which Acharya Charaka has told about is the intellectual error, which is called as Prajna Paradha. Prajna, Aparadha at Prajna. So this Prajna Paradha is the basic cause of the disease. We'll come to that, and I will uh, figure out certain shlokas which have been given by Acharya Charaka. Then the all the diseases are caused due to the intellectual error and own misdeeds. This is again the conclusion which has been drawn by Acharya Charaka. He says nobody else is responsible for our own happiness and miseries. Therefore, one should follow the path of welfare without any apprehension. Path of welfare, following the path of welfare is a very good thing. The person who wishes well for others definitely has got a neat and clean path. That is Sarve Yatra Sukhana Santu. That is the thing which I have iterated at the first. That is the prarthana which I have done. Acharya Charaka has inferred certain things. If we refer Charak Samhita Nidana Sthana Unmad Nidana, श्लोक नंबर 19 to 23. नैव देवा न गंधर्वा न पिशाचा न राक्षसा न चान्ये स्वयं क्लिष्टम उपक्लिश्यन्ति मानव. Neither dev nor gandharva nor pichacha or nor rakshas. Nobody else. न चान्ये, nobody else. But swayam klishtam upaklishanti manavam. The person gets involved because of his own deeds. येत्वेन मनुवर्तन्ते क्लिश्यमानम स्वकर्मणः. The klishyamanata gets because of swakarmana, and then you definitely cannot have krita krityata. Very important thing stated in shlok number 21 in Nidana Sthana by Acharya Charaka is Prajnaparadhat Sambhute Vyadhau. Prajnaparad is done, then definitely you are going to get caught with Vyadhi. Now, what is this Prajnaparad? Prajnaparad is intellectual error. That is Prajnaparad. Either it can be Karmaja or it can be Atmaja. But definitely it is the Prajnaparad which is causing Vyadhi. And this Vyadhi is not because of anybody else, na Devan, na Pitran, na Pirakshatan. Nobody else. It is the Prajnaparad which you are doing by yourself. Then further he says, Atmanam eva manyet kartaram sukha dukha yoho. Atmanam manyet eva kartaram sukha dukha yoho. Tasma shreyaskaram margam pratipadyet not raset. Therefore, you have to follow the path of welfare for everybody, and it is always shreyaskar for a person to avoid own sukha dukkha, because our own deeds and misdeeds. If the deeds are there, you have got sukha. If you have got misdeeds, then you have got dukkha. Acharya Charaka has also explained antidotes that Devadinam Pichatirhitanam Chopasevanam. Devadinam Pachatirhitanam Chopasevanam Techatebhyo Virodhena Sarvamaya Tamatmani. He has given. See, the deeds which you have done cannot be undone. But by doing very good deeds, you can reduce the intensity of harshness of bad deeds. And therefore, Devadinam, Dev and Adi. What is this Adi? That is parents, teachers, elders, rishis, munis, stutya people in society. Such respectable people in society, if we follow them, if we keep our dietary habits proper, do the proper exercise, dinacharya and ritucharya as recommended by Ayurveda, if we follow, then they work as antidotes. And these antidotes will definitely help yourself in getting avoided by the mano rugna or mano vikara or mano roga. So sarva mayatam atmani, this is again very important. One has to decide which thing has to be done. Either use the proper path or be prepared for getting caught by manoroga. Conclusion here is Ayurveda has capability to diagnose the personalities which are prone for mental disorders. The ancient Indic science has also capability to identify the circumstances prone for mental disorder. Ayurveda and spirituality in Indian knowledge system is suggested very simple remedies which work like antidotes for these diseases. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.